Welcome to the Godfather Players Lounge. My name is Mike Olson, and I'm the creative director on The Godfather the Game. If you're like me, you probably don't read a lot of manuals, but you want to know what's going on inside of the game. So I'm going to take you through and teach you on how to become the next top Don. First and foremost is respect. You are nothing in the Godfather game without respect. Virtually everything you do in the game earns respect points. The closer you get to a mobster, the more respect you'll earn. Shoot a guy from a mile away isn't going to generate as much respect as looking a guy in the eye and strangling him to death. Second only to respect is money. Each merchant and racket boss extorted or taken over will kick back protection money to you at week's end. If you have enough respect, a simple buyout is all it takes to get the job done, and you'll earn max profits from the establishment.
Your best interests are my best interests.
Each merchant and racket boss also has a weakness. Try leaning a baker into her own oven, or smashing up an importer's shop to gain an additional bonus to your income and respect. Paydays happen every Sunday, breaking down all of your controlled businesses and rackets, as well as all the establishments that may have been closed down due to arson or death in the family if you fail to resolve a mob war. Mob wars are bad for business and should be resolved as soon as possible. I prefer to pay off FBI agents for the quickest resolution.
A little pressure on the family's good for both of us.
If you're planning on wrapping up your play session, get to a safe house or the Corleone compound and let the game run, allowing you to progress another week. One of the things we really wanted to do was make sure we had a very visceral game mechanic, and that's how we came to develop the Black Hand control. The Black Hand control alleviates digital button mashing and replaces it with analog finesse. So to throw punches, you use the analog stick, and it's kind of an extension of your hand. So as you're throwing your hand forward, your character's throwing punches. Pressing 12 o'clock or straight north on the stick executes quick attacks. Pressing northeast or northwest or 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock executes a different attack. My favorite move is to try to time traffic as it's coming by. So while I've got a guy grabbed and throw him right into the vehicle, and the vehicle won't have time to stop, smashing into my opponent and earning another execution style. It's very important that you understand what freelance options there are. Earning every execution style, finding every film reel, cracking every safe, purchasing every safe house, heisting every bank, and of course, purchasing Mobface apparel. To become top Don, you're gonna have to get basically 100% game completion. There are a number of safes spread throughout the world. Make sure you always have a stick of dynamite with you. Anytime you find a black market seller selling dynamite, stock up if you have the cash.
If you get caught, I don't know you. Got it?
Be sure to utilize the Corleones defending your establishments. Corleones will protect the businesses you control and assist you in the heat of battle. Lure racket trucks into their view, and they'll take care of the mobsters that pour to the back. Lead the cops back to one of these venues and let them do your dirty work without generating any additional heat. The cops play a very important role in the Godfather game. The cops in our game actually work with you, if you keep them paid. You gotta keep the cops on the payroll. It's not cheap, but it allows you to get away with petty crime and violence throughout the city. When you're gonna get ready to take on a big job, such as heisting a bank, you're gonna wanna find the police chief.
For the right price, I could be a powerful ally.
In Little Italy, the police chief is right outside where you get arrested.
I'll pay, but I expect to receive the favor that I'm paying for.
When we get inside of the bank, there are going to be 3 bank guards. The bank guards, as long as we don't raise too much hassle on the way in, will pretty much leave us alone until they see us brandish a weapon or plant the stick of dynamite. So it's in your best interest to kind of get in position, keep your weapon concealed, then crouch, reveal your weapon, lock on, and make sure you get a headshot on your first pull of the trigger. Reveal your stick of dynamite, get behind a wall so you don't get hurt in the explosion. Grab as many bags as you can. The more bags you grab, the higher the heat level will go, but the more money you'll bank. Now, we don't have the money in hand at this point. We've got to get back to a safe house. Safe houses are important for a number of reasons. Not only do they allow you to bank any loose cash you've picked up from truck heists, bank heists, etc., but they also allow you to save your game progress and regen health. There are over 15 spread throughout the world, and each get significantly more expensive depending on the neighborhood and location to the bank. The next step to becoming the Don of New York is to take control of the map. To do this, you'll need to extort all businesses, take over every racket, seize all warehouses and transport hubs, and of course destroy all rival family compounds. There's a compound in each neighborhood. The compounds are heavily fortified, so it's gonna be tough to get inside. You're never gonna be able to take down the family compounds if you don't upgrade your firearms.
You ready to do business now?
My personal favorite is the street sweeper. You have to reload less frequently, and it fires off shells quicker than a Tommy gun. As you weaken the family, the number of mobsters that will be protecting their stronghold will significantly reduce. So it's in your best interest to seize their rackets and extort their merchants before you try to take down a family compound. Once inside their compound, you're gonna have to plant your time bomb and run like hell to get out. The compound will shut down for a week, but when it's rebuilt, it'll be rebuilt for you. Start with the Tatalias. They are the weakest of the 4 rival families. Try to reclaim Little Italy first, then work on their home turf in Brooklyn. Next, move on to the Strachys in New Jersey. Jersey has very few safe house opportunities to help build a campaign against the Strachys, so purchase as many level 2 firearm upgrades as you can before heading there. After that, I start to go to work on the Cuneos. With rackets distributed evenly across the map, it's easy to accidentally trigger a mob war with them. Wait until your respect level is at least in the 30s before trying to defeat the Cuneos. The Barzinis are hands down the toughest family in the game and fiercely defend their prime Midtown locations.
I've been saving this for you.
Don't even think to deal with the Barzinis until you've had a chance to purchase a few level 3 gun upgrades. Now that we're done, grab your controller, get in game, and work your way up to the next Godfather.